is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Rewind here on Wayward World Studios. I'm Thumali. That's Thumali. I am the Hay Queen of Dragula because then my next guest right now, um, her mother dragged me on her episode and it hurt my feelings a lot. And then her drag daughter was also is just a big fat cunt.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
Um,
Please welcome to the show from the Boulet Brothers the Boulet Brothers Dragula season 666, the breastplate queen herself, Scylla.
the two-time Emmy nominated Scylla.
Exactly. You deserve those Emmys, girl.
Thank
Listen,
you.
I, I think the biggest mistake the Boulets ever did was get rid of you like so
Well,
soon.
the Academy called me and they said the reason they're nominated for those Emmys is because of me, so I can't
Mhm.
feel too bad.
I love that. How have you
Yeah.
been?
I've been good. I love the mention of Auntie dragging you at the start. Now you know the full Scylla experience, what it feels like to be dragged on TV or, on internet TV.
Exactly. No, like it was. Not gonna
By
lie.
your own mother, by Auntie Heroine specifically.
Yeah, I was a little afraid. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. I was like, oh, she's getting into it. I wonder if I could catch up. And luckily, like she enjoyed her time, and I genuinely like that interview was so much fun.
Yeah, no, being
Yeah,
around her is it's intimidating, but it's also exhilarating,
ex
Like she's the only one that will have me like silent. You
okay.
can't shut my mouth easy, but when I'm around Auntie, I'm like in awe of
Mhm.
just her presence.
Yeah. Well, we saw that in Dragula too. Like you like. I really feel like we just got a little glimpse of like your chaos, the chaos that you brought, specifically with Aurora Cosmic. Like I wanted more so bad.
Well, I was just happy that I was there for a very short period of time, but I feel like I got to show a lot off in that time. I feel
Hmm.
like the first episode it was constantly about me, and then the second one it was a whole lot about me too. So I don't know. I feel like very happy and satisfied with everything the show is able to show of me. I feel like I have a great position where now the expectation of me is so chaotic that I can go out and act however I want, and people
Hmm.
really enjoy it. No one has this idea that I have to act a certain way.
Yeah, no, like I totally dig that for sure. And we mentioned your drag daughter specifically. We have to talk about just a little bit the fat twink in the
The
room.
the the fattest twink in Seattle.
Exactly,
Miss
Miss
Mimi
Me.
Gina,
Mhm.
yes. Well, she has lore with Dragula too. If you know the story, the backstory
I
for her.
I I do, but she didn't want to talk about it in her episode.
Well, let's just say she may have something to do with the tapioca pudding rumor,
Hmm.
circulating the season 5 queen. But I have since adopted her. I met her kind of in this last year and we've become really good friends. And I just flew out to Seattle and got to spend some time with her. So um, I don't know. I just seen so much of myself in her. So I had to adopt her because she feels like family.
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially the way she gets involved with Dragula, like how
Yeah.
extensive, like, and her drag is like, it's spectacular. It's really like out of the box.
I
I
love her
really,
club kid looks.
her what?
Her like club kid looks where it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
just like solid colors and color blocking and kind of like out there.
Exactly. I wish I gotten to know her before her episode because we recorded her episode. It's not out as a recording right now. It should be out in like 2 weeks. But we didn't really get into like you being her mom or like we didn't like get into like the fat like there's like whole new lore. She's like like Saudi Arabian sister now. Um
Well,
Arab American.
after she wins The Biggest Loser, you could have her back on your show for a part
Exactly.
two.
Yes, I love that. The Biggest Loser, all winners.
Yeah.
um why don't you tell my audience out there like who is Scylla? By the way, Scylla, is it silicone? Like, or do you just
Yes.
prefer Scylla?
I go by Scylla now, just because there's only one Scylla and it's me, so I feel like I have the ownership of the name.
Mhm.
But I came up with silicone when I was 16 years old, based off the mythology creature Scylla from Greek mythology. And I just dropped cone because I feel like it was kind of like a cheap pun that I don't really like. I'm not like a silicone queen, so it just feels weird to call myself that.
Mhm.
But it's still my like screen name. You know how back in the day, like people on MySpace had like a screen name and then they
Mhm.
had their real name. I feel like silicone is like my screen name, and then Scylla is my real name. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I'm thinking too much about it,
No, that
but
makes sense.
Yeah, in general, I don't know, Scylla constantly evolves and changes, but I feel like it's heavily inspired by fantasy and specifically like World of Warcraft and Smite, like these different video games I played growing up and that I still play today. And I get a lot of my references from those because I like to look supernatural and kind of out of this world and not
Mhm.
human. So anything I can do to kind of exaggerate a feature, while still keeping it like uniquely looking like me, I think is what I'm trying to go for.
Oh yeah, I mean specifically, like you're really well known for your nose.
Yeah.
Um,
I
like
don't even consider myself having a nose. To me, it's like all eyes, but everyone is like, "Oh, your nose contour." I'm like, "Oh,
mhm.
is it?"
Yeah, no, like I feel like that's like kind of your eyes too. You do have like, how would you describe it? Is it like kind of like bat, almost like
Well,
Nosferatu?
it's you know how drag queens do the little white corner in the eye? It's
Hmm.
just that, but I kept bringing it lower and lower and lower, and then I did the same with the eyelid. So to me, it's just like a drag eye that is so over exaggerated that it goes down to the nose and like all the way up to the side of my shaved head.
Okay,
So I
yeah.
don't. To me, it's like traditional drag makeup, or this new wave traditional of the cut crease with the under eye drug out to like the max.
Hmm. No, I
Yeah,
see what you. I can see that now. Now that I'm looking
but
at
it
it, and
it does look very like bird-like, I think, because it
yeah.
like narrows the nose.
Mhm. No, I see what you mean. Like we have all your pictures pulled up right now,
Oh, great!
like in the editing, like just kind of like describing what it is, and I could totally see that your profile picture that you have, where yeah, you really like accentuate like the
Thank
like
you.
vampireness in it is like it's so sickening.
That's my
Um,
favorite. I need more photo shoots. I need to do that soon, but that's my favorite that I've
yeah,
ever worked. Yeah,
yeah, you should do one with Big Mimi.
I know. Well, we'll see if we have a camera that big.
Okay, I
We'd
love
have to
that.
do one of those like panoramas where you
Mhm.
sit.
Exactly. For the audience at home, by the way, we're joking.
I'm not.
Because okay, well there you go. I can say that because like I am fat, so at least I have my excuse.
I can say that because my drag daughter is fat. So,
We're gonna get into her a little bit more because like I have
oh,
some
great. I can't wait.
I have some surprises. But how did you get into the scene? Like the drag scene? Because you're from Chicago, right? Like
I
originally?
was, well, I was born and raised in Iowa, actually, right on the border of the three states, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Iowa. And so I started doing drag there when I was 17. Like I started performing on stage every month. And so I just had like two or three looks per month I had to make from 17 years old up until probably like 19. I still do the show to this day, actually. We just did our like 10-year anniversary of it almost, or 9-year anniversary. But it gave me an outlet. Like as a teenager in high school, I was able to do these drag shows every month instead of doing like sports or music or band or anything like
Mhm.
that. And then I moved to Chicago when I was 18. And you can't really do drag in Chicago when you're under 21 now. But back when I was here, there was a lot more opportunity, and Auntie Heroine was part of that. She was one of the show directors for All Ages Drag. We had Hamburger Marys and like all these other things. But I turned 21 like 2 days before the pandemic shut everything down. So I got to go out a little bit and then COVID. But yeah, to answer your question, I got in the scene. I moved out here when I was 18 and I started doing drag shows then. And
Mhm.
then that kind of stopped happening as COVID came.
Yeah, we talked about that show. I can't remember the show what it was, but we talked about it on Anti Heroine's episode, the
Yes.
all
Auntie's
ages drag.
Treasure.
Auntie's Treasures.
Yeah, you
Yes,
got it.
yes.
You got it.
There we go. You actually did a little interview. I read your little interview that you did about Auntie's Treasures and like highlighting
Yes.
young drag artists. How did that feel being part of like I'll be honest with you, you can drag me. I forgot what it was called.
The
Like the
interview.
newspaper. Yeah, the interview, like where it was
You,
posted.
you forgot Teen Vogue.
Oh, yes, Teen Vogue. There we go. Hey, Teen Vogue, there we go. Like
I used to just say regular Vogue anyway, but
yeah.
yeah, no, it was sickening. They reached out to Auntie about that, and so Auntie had her three daughters and
Mhm.
herself in it. But it was a lot of fun. That took like almost a year to come out though. So by the point it came out, we were already like we kind of forgot about it by that time.
Mhm.
But it was cute. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that. And
Yeah.
they interviewed us about like what it was like to be under 21 and do drag because there was a scene at the time for that in Chicago that was kind of like thriving. Like I was doing drag more actively when I was 18, 19 than I am like right now. Like I would be going
Okay.
out and drag like 4 or 5 times a week back then.
Wow. How
at,
often do
at
you
the
do?
most.
Yeah,
How
how
often do
often?
I do it now? Well, I'm kind of picky with what I like to do, like picky and choosy. So I like to perform only like twice a month at the most
Really?
at
Okay.
this point. I don't know, just because I like to put a lot into shows, and sometimes if I'm booked too much, I'm like overwhelmed by it. So I'm not trying to do drag as like a career.
Oh,
And I've learned
really?
that I like don't want that. Yeah, I feel
Okay.
like it sacrifices like my art and my happiness with it. So I have a
Mhm.
whole like day job, and then I did this shows in Seattle. Those were two shows in like the same week, and it's good because you can, make really good money, and then, not have to worry about, I don't know, doing
Mhm.
more.
That's interesting that you kind of want to go on it. What inspired you to like want to go on a different path and like do drag less and like
I think
explore other avenues?
you just have to find what it means to you. And to me, it never meant a career or a job. And that sounds like a lot of people like think that sounds very selfish coming from probably like a TV drag queen. But honestly, if you want my opinion, if you want to be successful financially doing drag, TV is not the guarantee it used to be. And what is a bigger guarantee is working on your local community and producing your own things and making things happen like that. Like some of the biggest successes in drag now are these people that are coming up as people that are working really hard in their own scenes to cultivate their own shows and things like that. So,
Mhm.
I don't know. I think that I wanted to do Dragula because I've been such a super fan of it for a while, and I never thought to myself like I'm going to be Dragula. I'm going to do it to become like a full time drag queen. I'm going to, you know what I mean? Like I never thought of it like that. So I've always wanted a separation from my career and my artistry, I feel.
Okay. Okay. What if you had won? Like, how would that have changed your
Well, I
trajectory?
think in that case, then I would be doing a lot more. But I think, I don't know, do all the winners do drag as their only thing? Like Landon Cider is a tattoo artist.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I guess it's a little different with Dragula because like I feel like people who've been on Dragula like afterwards, like the winners, like they end up doing other things. Like Bitch Pudding has Twitch.
well, and I
Um,
think it's because our interests, a big like the people that go on Dragula have different interests than the people go on Drag Race.
mm,
And Disasterina one time told me years ago, I met her when I was like 19 in Chicago, at a show, and she was like, Dragula contestants are artists and Drag Race contestants are entertainers. And
ah,
I don't know if she meant a lot by that, if she was just something she was saying, but that meant a lot to me because I was like, oh, I see that. Like we view what we want out of this, I think, differently. Like
mhm,
I always want to make my art bigger and better and grander and more like impressive to myself and to my audience, but I don't necessarily want to make, I don't want to have like 5 gigs a week, this amount of money coming in, stuff like that. Like I don't think of it like that.
okay. What do you like to do besides drag?
I'm a hairdresser full time, so that's like my full time day
What was
trade.
what was that?
I do hair. I'm a hairstylist.
Oh, well, that
Yeah,
makes sense. Your hair looks so beautiful and
thank
nice.
you.
Like, yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I have a lot of clients that don't. I mean, they know about the drag, but they don't give a shit. They just like me because I'm a good hairdresser. So
Hmm.
it's kind of
Yeah.
funny. I don't know. I live in another world that's
What
entirely
can
outside of drag.
what can you do with my hair right now?
Oh, we can do a lot. What do you want to do some highlights or
I don't know. I got this like alopecia thing going on. Like, can we
we
make it
can
look
get you
sexy?
on minoxidil.
Minoxidil. What's that?
It's like a hair growth
Hmm.
topical.
Okay. So can we like, I don't know. Do you use like, I don't know, virgin blood or whatever to like
I mean, we can. I don't know if it does anything, but
Yeah. Yeah. I mean like I'm a virgin, so we can like try.
oh, okay. We can get Big Mimi to inject it for you.
I love that. No, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Um, but no, that sounds good. So how long have you been doing hair?
Um, for 7 years, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
What?
I have to renew my license this year, but anyway,
Oop.
um, it's just something you have to do.
Mhm. What inspired you to be a hairdresser?
I wanted money for drag.
Okay.
'Cause
But
I
like
was doing drag first, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna need a job that can be, something I can tolerate or enjoy, and then I can fund my artistry. And so that's kind of how I view, it's like I get to pay my bills and then I get to fund drag and not have to worry about drag funding itself.
Mhm.
And now I'm lucky because I'm at a point where drag does kind of fund itself. I do make a lot more money from gigs than I can put it towards the drag, but for a long time I was in the hole with drag and using my hairdresser money to make really cool drag. So I don't know.
Okay.
I think there's value in like working a job and then funding your artistry and being okay with that and like happy with that.
Yeah, no, like that's I feel like that's what people got to do. I mean,
Yeah. And I
getting
enjoy
into
it. Like it's very easy for me. I don't stress out about doing hair as much as I do drag. Like sometimes
really,
I get booked and I'm just stressed for like 2 weeks about a show. And then I
I
do the show and I have an amazing time, but it's like 2 weeks of anxiety. Meanwhile, it's like I can make good money doing hair, and not be stressed about it.
yeah, I feel like I would be so stressed out about hair because like that's I know it's not like
Oh,
a
like where I was
permanent.
just like, who cares?
Yeah, that and like tattooing. I'm just like that.
Yeah, I
That's
couldn't be. I don't think I could tattoo.
hmm You can't be like a Bora of like season 6.
Her stuff is so cool too.
Yeah, I want to get a tattoo by her for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I want any more tattoos, but I would. I like her designs a lot.
What kind of tattoos do you have?
I only have one. I have a Green Day tattoo.
Oh, that's
It's
sick.
Yeah, I got it when I was like 19 by Auntie Heroine's friend.
Okay.
Everyone thinks it's Mario because it looks like the little flower,
Oh, that doesn't
but
look the flower from like Mario Wonder.
I think like the I don't know, the one up flower or something like that, or is that a
Really?
mushroom? I don't know.
Oh,
People asked about it.
the
They're like, "Is that
the
in Super Mario?"
the fire flower. That doesn't look anything like that.
That's what I'm saying. But anyway,
Yeah. So like hairdressing, what else do you like besides like as far as like artistry and like exploring your creativity? Like, is there something else that you like to do that
I
is
like
not just
music a lot, which I think is a very common thing. I don't go to a lot of concerts though or big shows, but I do like finding new music and I like listening to the same song over and over and over and conceptualizing
Mhm.
drag to it and then like never doing it.
Okay. Well, there
Or
you go.
like, doing it too, but I don't know. I listen to a lot of variety of stuff. I don't know what else though. I play a lot of World of Warcraft still, which I
Okay.
know is not interesting, but
No,
that
that's
is a very like artistically inspiring thing to me.
well, that's inspiring in your drag too, because you talked about like how a lot of your drag is inspired by video games, specifically Warcraft.
Mhm.
So no, it's not. That's interesting. I mean, like, I think I'm just impressed that it still exists.
Yeah, it's well, I'm playing a version now that's kind of like a version they released when I was like 12 years old, which is
Hmm.
when I used to play it the most. So I'm playing a 10 or 13-year-old version of the game right now, and yeah, the new version is not as good as it used to be.
Okay, yeah, I heard about the old World of Warcraft. I can't say that word.
That's
Mm,
okay. Just
yeah,
say wow.
yeah, wow. No, but I know there's like an old, like there's the new WoW and the old WoW.
Mhm.
Is that the one that you're playing is like the old version?
Well, yeah, and at this point, there's like four different versions of the game because it's been out for like 20 years. But I'm playing like the second or third kind of version of the game.
Okay.
Because how there's like eras of Drag Race, you
Hmm.
think? Like there's like eras of Warcraft, and at this point, the game's been out for 20 years. There's like 10 expansions, so there's like 4 or 5 different eras.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wh-
but I'm playing this nostalgic era when I was a kid because that's the version that's like hot and popular right now.
mhm.
So I'm kind of just like living nostalgically through it.
Are you playing anything else like that inspires
Um,
you right now?
I play Overwatch with my boyfriend.
Okay.
We've been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto too, like five, because we're ready for six to come out.
Yeah, one day that will come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
I
next
like
year.
I like storytelling games too, but I don't play a lot of them. Like oh God, what's it called? Not Life is Strange. There's whatever, I can't think of it. We can cut this. I don't know if you
Oh,
cut anything, but
that's all right. No, what was it? Like, give a description because I know Life is
it's
Strange.
Elliot Page is the voice actor.
Oh, Beyond Two Souls.
Yes. I
Mm-hmm.
first of all love Elliot Page. Juno is one of my favorite movies because of the soundtrack again, which is the Moldy Peaches and Kimmy Dawson. But
Hmm.
anyway, that's a side note. Elliot Page is the voice actor in Beyond Two Souls. That is a really good game too. And
Yeah,
that's a very I don't know, I don't know if it inspires my drag, but I think about that game a lot. And I think about
yeah,
games like that a lot.
yeah. I don't think he had a really good time on that game.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, specifically because modders can be weird sometimes, and
Yeah. Oh, no, I remember. I know the controversy.
yeah, so like
Yeah.
there's a whole model of Elliot Page naked, which he never gave permission for that at the time,
Right.
which was like,
Damn.
uh, well,
Well, thanks for reminding me of that.
yeah. Well, back then too, also like the game received negative reviews because of the way it skipped timelines. Like they
Oh, I
actually
love that though.
yeah, they released a version of it where you can like play it in chronological order.
People are so unimaginative. I like the missing timelines because then you piece it together yourself and you kind of like, I don't know. I enjoy that.
Yeah, that's the mystery.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
whatever.
But no, that's so cool. I love video games. We talked about are you playing have you played Hollow Knight? I want to get back into that.
No, I've never played it.
Yeah. Auntie really likes it. She was inspired by Hollow Knight and like her black and white um
Oh yes.
outfit with the mandibles.
What's the game that Asia Consent won a skin for again? Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight, yeah.
Have you ever played that?
I want to just because of that. Like
I've
that you
played
won.
it like after I was on the show because I was like, oh yeah, this game. I know I was knew of it, but I never played it. And I played like 2 rounds of it, but I just suck at those games, I think.
That's fair. You
I mean, I could
yeah,
get better, but
mhm. Yeah,
I don't
we don't
know.
have
I
time.
don't know if I have interest in it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like you already have enough. I mean, World of
I have
Warcraft,
enough on my
Overwatch.
plate.
Exactly. Um, Tell me about Dragula though, because we only got to see you for 2 episodes,
Yeah.
essentially, and it was very it was legitimately so unfortunate that you were
I
gone.
know. Isn't that
Um,
crazy?
it was because I was like, oh, the drama's just getting juicy, and the Boulets are like, nope, she's gone now. What was that like getting prepared? Because I know at the time, Auntie Heroine was like obviously Auntie Heroine was also on the show. Did you know at all that Auntie was on it? Like, how does that work?
I had a pretty good idea. Because she wasn't like I was reaching out for like wigs and stuff, and she just was completely blowing me off. And usually she'll just be like, no, but like she went, I don't know.
Hmm.
It wasn't like she was ignoring me, but um, well, I caught on to the idea, and I don't know. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay,
And
if it's
then
an NDA, yeah.
when I saw her, or when I went to the show too. God, I'm like, I've never told anyone this. That's why I'm like nervous. But I'm not under any contract, I think, that says I can't say this. But okay, sorry, just stutter.
That's
On
okay.
the first day, they bring you back to like your hotel, right when you get picked up from the airport. And one of the guys that was driving me was like, a staff member for them. And he was like talking to another guy that was also in the car. And he was like, oh, yeah, after we drop off Scylla, we just need to pick up 3 more. And I think the other guy said, "Oh yeah, Auntie," and then stopped. And I was like,
Oh,
"Auntie!" Like they like totally name dropped her right in front of me. So
oh.
that was totally not intentional by them. But then I realized, like, oh yeah, she's definitely on.
Like, what if it was a drag queen named Auntie?
I knew she was applying, and I knew that she probably was on the same season because she's
Mhm.
just so talented. I had no doubt in my mind.
Oh yeah. No, I mean like you both are really talented. I know a lot of people gave you flack because of the breastplate. I think honestly, at the time it was very shocking, but like when I watched it recently, I just thought it was so iconic.
Okay, first of all, it is iconic, and second
Yeah.
of all, I hate to admit, or I hate to change my mind on it because I was so stubborn and being like defending it and being like, and I'm not defending it now, but I will say, looking back on it, it does look bad. Like looking
Hmm.
at TV and looking at the harsh line. And the thing is, I normally paint my arms to match
Hmm.
the breastplate, and I did, but you're standing in like 80-degree fucking California heat
Hmm.
outside for an hour, and then they let you inside to film. By that point, my makeup is sweat off. It's like bright HD cameras. Like
Hmm.
it looks bad. In a
Hmm.
nightclub, it doesn't look that bad.
Oh yeah.
However, I don't know. I'm just like, well, here's the thing also, if I just had like big natural titties and I didn't have to wear a breastplate, would people still hate the look?
No, I think it's
Or
really
was
good.
it just the breastplate lines?
I think like people are upset with the breastplate lines, but here's the thing. Whoever edited your marketing photo really did you a solid. They got
Oh, I
rid of
know.
it like on
Oh, I
there.
know.
So it was like definitely a surprise. I think maybe that's it. People saw your
The
marketing
promo.
picture, promo picture, and
Yeah.
like, oh wow, this actually looks really stunning, very dynamic. And then they see it on the show and are like, wait, this
I,
looks different.
I I still love my look. And the thing is, you don't understand how big that dress is. I'm like
Oh,
5'7". The bottom of that gown is like ginormous. I
mhm.
have to fully be standing up and like get a stool to like get inside of it.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
it's giant, and I'm kind of mad because in the promo photo they don't show the bottom of the dress at all
Hmm.
because it is so fucking big. It's hard to fit in with everyone else in like the group shot. But you can kind of see it, but you see it in the episode when I walk in, like how big it is. And that's the one thing. I don't know. I love that gown, but I wish they would have showed the bottom of it for the promo look.
Yeah,
But to this day, I'm like the only one that's ever worn blue, I want to say, or at least on my season, I was the only one in blue. I feel like if you look at the group shot, I like stand out. So
mhm.
I don't regret it. I love the look.
No, it's a really nice look. It fits your aesthetic that you mentioned earlier in the episode, like how you're like inspired by monsters, like
Yeah.
exaggeration and all that. Like it's and the Triton, of course, like yeah, like the little prop is like it's very cute.
Thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. I think it's campy too. It's
Hmm.
like, Jaws. And then the first episode was like swimming with sharks, and I send Aurora to swim with the shark. I'm like the vote that sends her,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm the sea monster. Like, how perfect is that?
Yeah. Do you regret? Did you want to do the extermination?
No, I'm happy. I think it's funny that me and Aurora beefed the entire episode. I was
Mhm.
like the deciding vote to send her to swim with sharks, and I'm like the big sea monster queen. Like,
Yeah.
that's so good TV. That's so funny.
Mhm. Yeah.
And like, I had no idea that was going to be the extermination.
Yeah. No, your chemistry with Aurora was just like it was so much fun.
He's fun.
Um
He's a lot of fun. I like to poke her buttons a lot. And a lot of people either respond like really well or really poorly to that. And I think she's very hard to read at times, but I think she does like me now, and I like her too.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's good to
and yeah,
hear.
it was never that serious. Also, I kind of just was like, oh, who's this poser walking up to like my show and my dream, like here to infiltrate it? It
Mhm.
was kind of that thing, and I like to play that like bratty little sister like vibe with her and Auntie. So. I just had fun poking her buttons.
Oh no, that's fun. I wish we got to see more of that for sure. My friend Bronwyn Belmont actually really loves your human centipede, which is like
Thank you.
I feel like I understood that. Like
Everywhere I go, every gig I do that is not in Chicago, people come up to me and they say, I love the human centipede.
mhm.
Like it is the one piece people remember of me of the show, I think, like the biggest piece, and I'm so happy about that. I have a human centipede like poster of me. I
Oh,
don't know if you can
lovely.
see it. It's
Oh
like
wow.
little art, the human centipede.
Hmm.
I love it. I couldn't be more happy that's like my stand on
Hmm.
wall.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I think like you could have added one more to like get the
Oh,
centipede
thank
in
you.
there.
I'll think of it next time I'm on Titans.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. Do you want to go on Titans?
Um, I'm open to the idea. I want to grow though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do the Titans that they already filmed because
Oh
that would have
no,
been
yeah.
too soon.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I'll never say never, but right now, but who knows?
You got 2 years. They if they do it
That's
every
what
two
I'm
years.
saying.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
in
we'll
this.
see.
Yeah, I think that would be so cool. And then like Aurora's on again, like
Uh,
maybe Auntie Heroine as well. And just bring back all those people.
right. We'll just do season 6, part 2. This time, no Majesty.
Exactly. Um, how do you feel like because you left the season early? Like, how do you feel your reception was on like with the fans and
I
like
feel like I'm in a very good, like, I'm very happy with the reception because even though I'm an early out, I feel like I'm an extremely polarizing character and I'm very memorable, especially the people that do remember the start of the season. And honestly, the premiere episode is always the most watched episode of any season of
mm,
Dragula, Drag Race. And I feel like I'm like the star of the premiere episode of our season. So I don't know. I feel really satisfied. And I feel like I've gained this kind of like cult following where
mhm.
I don't have to be like a good role like
Even,
I can be trashy and be filthy, and I'm already so polarizing that no one has an expectation of me to be like a good ambassador of the show. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So is that how Miss Mimi Gina feels about you? Like,
I don't know, but I feel that way about her. Like, I think she feels that same energy where she's like, I didn't sign up to do drag to be a goddamn role model to these kids. Like, I
no.
just want to have fun and be an artist, and and it's almost this ego maniac mentality of like you should be like honored to see my art.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Like whenever I do art, like it's not really for anyone in particular except me. Like
Yeah, very that.
I try to do things that I like to do, and the people who like what I do, they'll see it, like they'll pay attention to it. And the people who don't like it, that's not who I'm trying to attract. I'm trying to attract people like me, you
Yeah,
know?
very that. And I honestly, all the people I've always looked up to and found the most inspiring and cool are the people that are the very polarizing characters. Like my favorite, even my favorite Dragula characters are like, like JK and Astrid, like these people that are just so polarizing and so themselves. And it's maybe not like generally palatable, but that's like I love.
Yeah, I love JK. JK is
Yeah,
so he's so hot. Low
he's
key.
very
Exactly. And then Astrid also. Astrid was also part of Miss Mimi Gina's show for the wrestling.
Yes, she told me about this. She had her
Yeah.
staying in like a Roach motel apparently.
Really?
And I was in Mimi Gina's apartment, so it's practically no different if you ask me.
Miss Mimi, how many roaches does Miss Mimi Gina have?
Many, but I now she also has a shower curtain because I got her one.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the shower curtain look like?
It's cheap, but it exists. It's there
Exactly.
now. She has
Were you,
one.
did you just buy her it because like were you frustrated that she didn't have a shower
Yeah,
curtain?
I
Like
was
what?
there for like 4 or 5 days and she didn't have a shower curtain. And like I'm filthy, but I'm also like, you know, put together. I don't like to make a mess because if you don't have a shower curtain, you get the floor wet. It's just like a nightmare.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
And she doesn't care. That's why
she's,
you're her mom.
yeah, she's chaos.
Exactly.
That's why I'm saying she reminds me of myself though, because I see so much
Mhm.
of myself in
Yeah. There is a question and answer part of the show, specifically from Mimi Gina, because she wanted me to ask you about your Sniffies escapades.
it.
Yeah,
Okay, what about it?
well, like you have some good stories about Sniffies. Like, what? Tell me about those,
I
because
don't think I just was threatening to throw a no loads refused come dump party at her apartment while I was staying there. Um,
oh,
I didn't end
okay,
up doing it though because she was there the whole time when I thought she wasn't going to be. So
interesting.
yeah, but
Just be a little awkward to have your daughter there, just watching
yeah,
you
she
get.
kind of was like she was a boner kill to be honest. She kind of like was a cock block. Um, but did she tell you about Twink Bash at all?
She told me I heard about it. Yeah, that massive. Yeah, you were part. Yeah, you were part of Tink Bash. You got slapped like. Oh, you won, didn't you? You're gonna get your award. There we are.
Do you see it?
Yeah. Oh wow.
It's a
It's the
slap.
slapping. Yeah, you got fucked up.
I also fucked up though, like fucked up someone else. That's why I won.
Hmm.
So I'm a gold medalist, a two-time Emmy nominated Twink Olympic gold medalist drag queen.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so
How
yeah.
do you feel? How do you feel being a twink at your big age?
See, I never self-identified as a twink, but now people are starting to call me one, so I don't really know how to feel.
Okay. I mean, I in Saudi Arabia I could be a twink, maybe. I don't know.
There you go. It's
But
5 o'clock somewhere.
exactly. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. Do you know where your pussy is? Did you watch that RuPaul video? It's just like it's 8 p.m. Do you know where your pussy is? It's based off those old commercials. Like it's
Like the
8 p.m.
children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
8 p.m. Do you know where your children are? I
I'll have to
love
look
that.
it up. Fierce. RuPaul's a great
RuPaul
actor.
RuPaul and her TikTok era. Like I just
She's a genius.
hmm
You know
I
she's a DJ now too.
yeah, I saw her
Wait,
DJ.
can I tell you something about RuPaul that I heard a rumor that is also because you brought up Sniffies and it's kind of adjacent.
Okay, what is it?
I think Mimi Gina told me this. Apparently RuPaul is a top and she
Oh.
likes when her bottoms like wink at her with like their asshole. But imagine her going like, make it wink, and then it winks, and she's like, ah, and her like RuPaul laugh.
That one. Oh my
You
God.
think that's true?
I I wouldn't put it past her. I mean, like I feel like RuPaul is absolutely a dom top.
Oh,
Even though,
totally.
yeah, even though like probably back in the day when she was in the Brewster projects, like she was probably um no loads refused bottom like straight up.
Oh, fierce.
But like now that she has Drag Race, like she has a reputation now, so she can't be anything
She
more
can't
than a
be
top.
bottoming. Yeah.
Yeah. Or, like she's probably one of those lazy bottoms. It's just like, yeah, I'll do it and just
I
take
don't
it.
know. I feel like she is a top. I feel like she likes the workout and she likes the motion and stuff.
The motion of the ocean, the
Yeah.
fracking.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Um,
She likes to drill.
what was that?
She said she likes to drill.
Period. Yes. Looking for oil, and she finds something.
Anyway, moving on.
Um, tell me about like so the tour's coming up. Well, the tour's happening
The
for
tour
the
just
drag.
happened in Chicago.
Yeah, and you saw it and you went there. Um, how did you feel about not being like a part of it?
Wow.
Did you get invited to it? Like, how did that work? How does that work?
I asked for free tickets and I got free tickets.
Nice. Who did you
So that
tell?
was fierce.
Did you contact?
I told their manager.
Okay,
I just
that's
messaged her and I was like, "Can I get free tickets?" And she's like, "Yeah, here you go." And put my name on the list. Anyway, um, thank God I got free tickets.
hmm
But I not that I wouldn't have paid, but I was just like it was like $70, I think. So it's kind of
hmm
expensive. But it was worth it and it was a really good show. I did get to be in it. I was in Auntie Heroine's number, but I
Oh,
didn't have my own performance. Which is
okay.
okay because I had so much fun. I got in like 30-minute drag, like really quick drag, and I
hmm
had my natural hair out and I just showed up like 20 minutes before showtime, like 6 drinks in, like super fucking drunk.
hmm
And I walked around and met all these fans, and I got to curse out Aurora and make fun of Aurora in front of all these other fans, and the fans lived.
hmm
And then yeah, I got to be in Auntie's number, and she let me like headbang on stage and dance around with her, and it was like so exhilarating. So
That's
I had a good time.
that must have been a really good like full circle moment because of your guys' history.
Yes, I also got to tip Swantula $1 at the very end.
I love that. Did they
Yeah.
remember who you were? Like, is it
I
was
wa-
it like a
well,
RuPaul thing
here's the
where?
thing. I didn't go to the meet and greet, which was before the show, like 3 hours before,
hmm
but Aurora did. And so me and Aurora were sitting like right next to each other, right in the front row. And before the show started, they're like, "We have some alumni in the house. We want to bring on stage Aurora Gosmic." And they bring Aurora up, and then she comes down, and then they're like, "Okay, we're gonna start the show." Like they didn't bring me up.
Oh
Um,
wow.
and I was like right there, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And kind of offended, but also, whatever. They didn't see me, I don't think. So I'm in Anti-Heroine's number, which is the first number. So the audience all sees me perform and they
hmm
realize I'm there and, they're cheering and stuff. And after everyone performs, the Boulets come back out, but the Boulets still don't know I'm there. So the second half of the show, they do it again. They're like, "We're going to introduce someone else. We found out someone else was here tonight." And I'm thinking it's me. And they're like, "Give it up for Sigourney Beaver." Sigourney Beaver is in the back of the fucking theater.
Oh wow. Yeah, they had a
And
RuPaul.
she's like out of drag, like at the bar, like turns around like shocked. And
Oh
she's
wow.
not at the bar, I'm exaggerating. But
hmm
she walks on stage and I follow her on stage because I'm like, well, you're not gonna fucking not introduce me.
Yeah.
So I like follow Sigourney up on stage and then Swan looks at me and she's like, "Oh, Scylla's here, everyone." Um and then I'm like kind of drunk and I like start headbanging on stage and I think it's kind of cool, but looking back at the videos, it is probably like a little cringe.
hmm
But I love I don't know. I love finding things I do like that are cringe that I do
Yeah.
like in the same week.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like the are getting to their RuPaul age where they just don't remember who was on the show.
They definitely recognized me when they saw me.
It's
And
like, oh yeah,
yeah. And I
from
like
Rock.
didn't I had my hair out and I was kind of in like weird makeup. So I didn't look like so similar to myself, but
You
she
should have
instantly
worn.
recognized me.
You should have worn the breastplate. That's how they would have remembered you.
You know that breastplate is like moldy and disgusting now, and I still have it.
hmm You should still wear it.
Well, I'm scared of getting sick because when I got to the show the day before we shot that promo shoot with the blue dress and the
hmm
breastplate, um, on the way in the airport, my silicone, one of the boobs popped, and so it was leaking, and so I had to
Oh.
completely leak all the silicone out in the hotel room, and I stuffed it with a bunch of toilet paper,
hmm
and so I have one boob that is like crumpled, like wet toilet paper and like a wet sock, and it's just like full of mold, I think now.
Wow.
Um,
It's like old lady
yeah.
boobs.
So they smell really bad, and I'm scared to wear them.
That's fair. You should put it in like a museum or something, or just like
See,
hang it up.
I'm trying to figure out how to archive my stuff, but instead of like mummifying it, it just gets all like soggy in my drag room.
That's fair. That's fair. Um, what's next for you now? Like that now that Dragula is over, I mean Titans is filmed and done and it's coming out in a few weeks. Like probably won't get a Titans for another couple years. Like is there something else that you'd like to do like down the line
Yeah.
now? Like as far as drag or art?
I think about this a lot because I feel like, when you realize you want to go on the show and you start working towards that, you're so hungry for it and you do all these things because of that hunger. You like try all these new techniques and different artistries. Like I've, learned how to use like latex and different, things that'll help me on Dragula. And now that I've done it, it's like, oh, okay, well, what's next? Like I don't like what am I hungry for now? And I am hungry for drag and I'm hungry to do better drag, but I'm also hungry to just like change my lifestyle out of drag a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to like I want to like change my body and I want to like get a really fat ass and big titties with like muscle and like become like a gladiator. And so I'm kind of in this thing of like I've always loved body modification with like piercings and dyeing my hair. And now I
Mm-hmm.
want to do it with like I want to work out and become like Melina from Mortal Kombat and just have like these big muscular titties and ass.
Sounds like some estrogen is in the air.
No, and not that far. Not that like
Not
no,
yet.
just like not that it's not natural. It is, but I don't think it's a gender thing. I think it's just like I want to change the way I look. And not just that, other stuff outside of my life too. I want to like do yoga and meditate.
Wow.
Is that
Okay.
weird? I don't know.
No.
I'm just like I wake up really early now. I wake up at like 6 a.m. every day. And I love the morning because none of my friends are awake because they're all drag queens and they're all like party animals.
Mhm.
So it's kind of peaceful. And I'm just
Yeah.
enjoying like that. But right now, in the short future, I'm preparing for Halloween. I'm gonna be on Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
Oh,
That like
okay.
scene where he's like dancing with his dick between his legs or her dick. I think she's trans. I should probably like not misgender Buffalo Bill.
I don't
Because
know.
that's like the whole point, right? She's like a trans kind of
I
woman that
I've never seen the Silence of the Lamb.
okay, let me break it down really quick. So the he like gets women, kidnaps them, and makes them put lotion on their skin to make their skin really soft, and then he kills them and uses their skin as like a bodysuit for him. Like he wears their hair and faces and stuff like that. And so it's like he's like putting on there's a scene where he's like putting on lipstick and he's putting on like a nipple ring and he puts on like someone's scalp so he has like really long blonde hair and he's like completely naked and he tucks his dick between his legs. You know how you can do that and like
Oh
cross your
yeah.
legs. And
Hmm.
he's like dancing like a woman.
Hmm.
And so I want to do a performance that's like that for
Do it.
drag where it's like very weird and artsy and I'm like wearing barely any clothes and I'm just kind of like wearing other people's like scalps and parts.
Do it. No, that sounds very sickening. The
Yeah.
only thing I know about Buffalo Bill is put the lotion in the basket
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the little white dog barking down the hole.
yes.
Yeah.
That's like that same scene, exactly.
Hmm. No, I think you can pull that off. You should do it.
Thank you. I am. I'm gonna start working on it soon.
Hmm. But what
Oh my God,
about
I
the
keep getting notifications about Trump dying because everyone's talking about
did he die?
no, he didn't. But you know how Reddit has like subreddits? There's one
Oh,
that
okay.
just called Lies, and twice today I've gotten a notification that says Trump confirmed dead, and then I look and it's like by the Lies subreddit.
Damn.
I was like, why do you guys do this to me?
Yeah. I that would be so sickening if it happened while we recorded.
Right now, live
Mhm.
reaction.
Exactly. Um, Tell me about because you have Miss Mimi Gina. She's your first drag daughter. Is that correct?
No, I have two other drag daughters, Ramona Riot, who's in Dubuque, Iowa, my hometown, and then I have Hera Harlot, who is in Chicago and from Dubuque, Iowa, and she actually made my blue gown. She made my Killer Dolls look.
Hmm.
She, or I probably shouldn't say that. Oops, but she's made a handful of my stuff for Dragula.
Okay. What
Surprise, we don't make all of our costumes on Dragula.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. I don't want to get into that because it kind of detract from our interview,
No,
but
that's good. That's
um
okay.
but I'm just kind of curious, what made you want to be a mother? Like, because you have obviously Auntie Heroine, your relationship with her. Like,
Yeah.
um, what at one point in your drag were you like, I think I can like be a mentor for someone?
Well, that's exactly it. I view drag moms in kind of a very traditional way where I'm like, if that person can't come sleep on your couch, don't be their drag. I'm like, you have to support these people if that's what it comes to. And that's kind of what being a drag mom to me is. It's like, yes, you're a drag mentor and you're showing them the ropes and you're giving them your wisdom. But also, if these people need your support, you're like willing to give it to them in that way too. I don't know. So being a drag mom, I don't take it lightly. And I don't become someone's drag mom just because I want to be their friend and teach them how to do like better makeup.
Mm.
So, but yeah, I don't know. Like I was been saying, I see a lot of myself in Mimi, and I think she's doing really big things right now in Seattle. So I want to be a supporting force in the cool creative stuff that's going to come out of the Seattle drag scene because of her being there. It's
Okay.
like you see something cool and you're like, I want to put my investment in that to see that thing grow. And that's how I feel about her in Seattle.
Hmm.
You know,
So no Thumali cone.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't. Nah, I'm not putting you on the spot like that. But
I love
I am.
Thumali Cone. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I am open to that. I
I
don't know if
would.
I would. I don't know if I would be like, I don't know, drag daughter.
I
Like,
didn't want to be Auntie's drag daughter when she just started telling people I was her daughter like years
oh, I love
ago.
that.
She would tell all of her friends, and then I'd get approached by people, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're Auntie's daughter, right?" And I'm like, "No." And then one day I just was finally like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll be your daughter." Like, I don't know why I was so stubborn to it. I think
Hmm.
it's because I was stubborn to the idea that like, "Oh, you think you're better than me? Like, you're my mom or something."
Hmm.
But then one day she's like, just because I want to be your mom doesn't mean that like you aren't doing cool stuff and that I like am better than you. And I think that's when I was like, oh yeah, okay. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But she's a good mom because she used to read me to filth like way more than you saw. Like I would go out with her and I would be in full makeup like on the way to the gig with her. And she would just look at me and she'd be like, "You look crusty."
Wow.
And I was like, what? She's like, you need to look like your powder is like clumping up on your face. And I would fix it and I would look good. But for multiple times, she just kept looking at me. She'd be like, you still look crusty, like on the way to the gig. Isn't that fucked
Wow.
up?
I mean, hey, like I actually appreciate that. That's
Me
like when.
too. But like, you gotta be someone that can take that. And I think that's
Mhm.
why we're such good friends, is she is a very intense person. And I am someone that responds well to that
Mhm.
intensity.
Yeah, as someone who felt that intensity in my interview, like I totally see where you're coming from. Even though Auntie actually has been really supportive. She almost gave me free tickets to
Oh.
Dragula until I told her I bought them. But
Well, I had to harass her about my free tickets too, and then I got confirmation by both her and the other person on the same day. So
oh, I love that. No,
I
but
was like,
she's
put me on the list, put me on the list.
no, she's a great person for sure. I wouldn't call them my drag children, but back when I was doing theater, I did mentor a lot of kids. So like
Mhm.
actual children, like passing on my directing theater experience. And so like now one of them anyway is like 21 years old, 22, and I'm like, should I just claim her as my drag daughter?
I
Even
mean, you
like
can
that
get her
would be
gigs now.
yeah, like let's get her a gig, even though like I haven't done a well, actually I am gonna be doing a gig real soon, so my first one. It's actually a touring show, so that's
Oh,
really exciting.
cool.
It's are you familiar with the Dungeons and Drag Queens that tours around?
Yes.
Yes, gonna be a part of the
Oh
Spokane
my
leg.
gosh. That's
Mhm.
so cool.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous because I'm like, dang, this is not a tip spot. This is not, amateur night. Like
Right.
this is
But
the
it's
real
like
thing.
it sounds fun. It's like a game, you can just have fun with it.
Oh yeah, a lot of it's improv, but there is going to be a dance like lip sync element to it.
Cool.
So I have to figure that out. It's on it. I have plenty of time. September 20th.
Okay, yeah. You got
Hmm.
weeks.
Yeah, I got a few. I got a few ideas. I usually when I come up with an idea, I like it to have it stew in my brain a little bit before I put it into action. If that
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
feel like I can't force myself a lot of the times to think about things. I just like they just come to me. And I
Hmm.
hate that. Like I wish because every time I try to sit down and like think about like what's next, it just doesn't happen. But then out of somewhere, some idea will just pop in my head, and I'm just like, oh, I have to start writing this down and thinking about it now. It comes in
Hmm.
like bursts. So I
Okay.
think that's a good idea because then that way you're not over planning something that you're not allowing yourself to feel inspired to do a new direction maybe.
Yeah, and a lot of it's improv too. So like I'm just
Yeah, you
gonna
got to be on your feet, man.
and I have a theater degree, so I'm just gonna trust that for the first time in 6 years, like this
You're
theater
gonna
degree is
weaponize your BFA in musical theater.
weaponize my BA.
Oh, okay.
There's no F in there,
Well, I didn't
unfortunately.
go to college, so
That's fair. That's all right. I mean, like as far as I'm aware, I probably could don't have to go to college either for what I do. I'm a surgery scheduler, so I'm like, you just need a high school degree at least. So I'm like, I spent 5 years of my life doing this, and I haven't been doing theater. Well, now with drag and everything, like I'm hoping to utilize it a little bit more, and I kind
yeah.
of do when it
You
comes to
still,
like
I mean, you learn things along the way that maybe aren't even a part of school, but just a part of the people and time around that anyway. So,
yeah. Well, networking is a big one. I love networking. I love cold calls, like just messaging you specifically and just being like, "Hey, do you want to be on the show?"
and
And
then
just
me like picking my nose and not opening my DMs for months at a time, and then being like,
hey,
oh yeah,
you just got to be persistent and not take it personally that I'm being ignored.
yeah. No, I'm just lazy. I don't even really respond to my boyfriend when he texts me. Like, I have my notifications on mute 24/7 with every single person.
Mm, yeah. Tell me about your boyfriend. How long have you guys been together?
Well, we were together back when we were in high school,
Oh,
and we're 2 years apart. So when I turned 18, I moved here, and we broke up just because it's like, you got to finish out school, and I'm gonna move to Chicago. So what's the point? And so we ended up reconnecting though, and then he was moving out here during the process of us kind of talking again, separately from us talking. He was moving here, and anyway, long story long, we've been together now for I think like 4 years.
oh,
Yeah. But I've known him for like 10
wow.
or like
That's
more
like
than yeah.
that's like 50 years in gay time.
Yeah, well, actually, we met at a skating rink when we were kids, and then we dated in high school. So I've known him since I was like 13, and I'm 26 now.
Yeah.
So yeah, my half my life.
Yeah, that's like 90 years in like gay
Yeah,
time. Yeah.
I know. It's crazy. We live together too. He's great.
Yeah. That, does
He
he
started doing drag too, and he's been wanting to do drag, but he doesn't like when I mother him, so I'm not his drag mom.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask you. I like is he your drag mom? But no, that's
Um,
fun.
well, he's my daughter's daughter, but don't ask me how that all works.
Okay. That's interesting. How does Auntie feel about all this? All these daughters that you
Auntie
have?
has like 20 daughters because she can't keep her legs closed, so she has
Okay.
no room to speak on this topic.
Hmm.
But she has Caspian and Carbohydrate. They're two of her daughters out in Rockford. Lamira is another drag daughter she has. She has so many drag daughters. Do you know Auntie Heroine's drag mom?
No, actually.
Do you know the name Boobs for Queens?
No.
Okay, Drag Race early seasons was sponsored by Boobs for Queens, which made the original breastplate like bib,
Hmm.
not the like
Oh.
full one, but just like the neck bib.
Hmm.
And her drag mom, that's her drag mom. So Auntie Heroine is like the drag daughter of like this like old school legendary drag queen that made the original like breastplates.
Oh, okay. Do you know
And
her
she
name?
has she has her name's Sharon Like,
Okay. I've
and
never
she
heard of
has
that.
yeah, she has some breastplates by her. She wore it in the green breastplate you see in the Frankenhookers by her, and like pretty much every breastplate Auntie owns is by her. But anyway, it's funny that I'm like the breastplate disaster meme, and my great drag like grandmother is like the most famous breastplate maker in drag history.
How did she feel about the
She
breastplate?
doesn't know. She doesn't know she's my grandma.
Oh, okay.
She
So
just has,
like,
I don't, I'm not saying she's oblivious, but she's of a certain generation, and I think she just doesn't pay attention to all the drag shows anymore.
mhm.
Because she's got her own life to live. So she knows Auntie, but I don't think she knows me probably, but I don't think she like considers me her granddaughter. You know what I mean?
That's fair. I didn't know my grandparents either. They died when I was young.
Well, Sharon Life is still kicking, so
Yeah. Yeah, like I think all of them, well, my grandmother I got to know a little bit more when I was a kid, but for the most part, they all died when I either was not born yet or I was in Saudi Arabia and we didn't get to see her too much. Yeah, so
cheers,
yeah.
Grandma. Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Mima. It's like
Yeah,
Mimi's grandma on the verge of death,
exactly.
24/7.
Like so Mimi's grandma like
Do you know
anti-hero.
about Mimi's grandma?
I do,
Grandma?
yeah. Like anti-heroine killed her.
Yes, this is
Hmm.
true. Auntie
Hmm.
Heroine killed her to become her. As soon as I adopted Mimi, that's what happened.
Interesting.
Yes.
I love that. I love the chemistry that you guys all have together. Like I think regardless of like all the shade and like at the beginning we were like saying fat Mimi and all that. I feel like there's just a genuine love, and like
Yeah.
you can like
It's cool.
you can feel that chemistry for sure.
Yeah, when I was leaving, you could tell we were just like we didn't want to say bye. We were like, I wanted to go home to Chicago, but I didn't want to like not hang out with her anymore, even though we were together for like 5 days.
Hmm.
So I'll be back though. I'll be back in Seattle.
When will you be back?
I have not an exact date in mind yet, but probably before a year.
Okay.
I just love it. It was a lot of fun.
Hmm. I think you'd love performing at Unicorn. Have you gone there yet?
Pony or unicorn?
It's Unicorn. There is Pony, but there's also Unicorn, which is a carnival theme.
I've
Like,
not been to unicorn.
yeah, that one's f fun. They always get a lot of Dragula people over there too. I think now that Mimi is like doing more shows at Massive, like I think where a lot of the drag queens are going to be, like the Dragula people, especially with Titans.
Massive is so much fun.
Oh
Like
yeah,
love Massive. Big shout out to Massive. If you're in
yeah.
Seattle, go to Massive.
I love all the porn that they
Oh
play.
my God, yes, they are because those are the bars I like to go to. Like
Hmm.
in Chicago, I like to go to the ones where they're playing porn on the TV and there's like a dark room and shit like that. Like that's the kind of like nightlife I prefer outside of like drag nightlife. So
Hmm.
Massive is kind of a nice mix because you have the drag, but then you also have like furry parties every week on Wednesdays or something like that, and you have dark room events and they're awesome. They do like everything I so love Massive.
Is there any Middle Eastern nights in Chicago?
Um, I don't know specifically.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Hmm. I've been
That's a good
looking.
idea though.
I there's one in LA that I know of, and I haven't been there yet, but I would love to go one day. But I feel like once I really get established in the nightlife scene, like I feel like it's my duty to host a Middle Eastern night
Yeah,
as a
definitely.
queer Arab, along with Miss Mimi Gina, who's like my Saudi sister. And I'm
We have a lot of like Latin nights and dance parties and stuff like that, but I've never seen a Middle Eastern night. That would be a really good thing to
mhm.
pitch here because
get
we
the
definitely have those like need for it. I've not
mhm.
seen it.
Get the queer Arabs out there, the queer Arab daddies, the Al Sauds, the
Yes.
monarchies, the rich princes.
And we have
Yeah.
enough bear parties. I mean, we could give one of those up.
Yeah. No, no,
That's like
yeah,
Chicago's big thing. Like Chicago's big on like bears and like
yeah. Isn't
masculine leather daddy shit.
isn't that where like Barracuda came from?
I don't know. I know it's where IML is, which is like our big leather thing.
Hmm.
And we have Two Bears Tavern, which is like a group of bars that are all like bear bars, kind of.
Okay.
I love the bear bars, but I'm just saying.
Mm, you love bears.
We're the capital of bears and Seattle's the capital of furries.
Yeah. Furries and like the weird
Non-binaries.
emo people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of punk rock stuff over there,
Yeah.
or
It's
over the
very fluid.
areas.
I was walking up Capitol Hill and I just remember everyone looked very like they, them, non-binary, furry,
Hmm.
steampunk vibes. And Chicago, you walk down North Halsted, it's all like either like clean cut, sporty twinks, or it's like rugged, masculine, bare leather. You know what I mean? It's like there's
Hmm.
not a lot. There is like fluidity and femininity, but not nearly as much as you see on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, I went to Chicago one time, and I wish I had knew more about the queer nightlife there, because like I walked Boys Town, and I just didn't know where to go
Yeah,
specifically.
that's the thing. We have amazing parties, but it is very separated by like the vibe. It's like one bar is a circuit bar, and then the bar next to it is like a, something completely different, like a drag bar. And then the bar next to that is like a bar that, um, I don't know, like it's just all over the place, like
I
depending
love
on where
that.
you go. But it's
Yeah,
very specific to what you want to do.
yeah, I love Chicago though. I wanted to get my MA and be a doctor in theater. Well, a professor in theater in Chicago at DePaul. So like very familiar with DePaul University. I never submitted an application there. Once I quit theater, I was like, I'm not really interested in accumulating college debt because I don't have
Yeah,
college debt. I'm very
fuck
lucky
that.
for that. So, I didn't want to accumulate that, especially for a career that I didn't like anymore. Didn't really see the need for being a professor since I didn't want to do that anymore. But I love DePaul. I think Chicago just has the best performing arts, anything over there, and
Yeah.
I wish I got to explore the queer side of it a little bit more.
Well,
Makes me
there's
want to
always
go
time
back.
to come back.
Yeah, I definitely want to go. Probably next year. I think I want to go to
Make
Chicago.
sure you come in like the warm weather time, like the summer.
Oh yeah, I mean it's pretty cold in Spokane. Like I don't know, like how cold does it get usually in Chicago?
In the winter time, like negative,
Yeah,
like freezing.
it can get like that here in Spokane
Yeah,
specifically. Like we're
Chicago winters are miserable because they're super windy, super cold, super dry.
mhm,
Not a lot of snow anymore. Like it hasn't been a lot of snow in the last handful of years, but yeah. Like
mhm,
Seattle, when I was there, it was like beautiful. Because Chicago summers too are like hot as hell.
mhm. It's pretty hot right nowadays, but we're getting close to the cold time, the
Yes.
Halloween winter time, like the Halloween fall time. So I'm
It,
very
it, it
excited
was
for that.
cool today. It was nice and cool today. So that's why I'm in my hoodie. I feel very fall.
Yeah, this the moment it gets cold here, I'm putting on a hoodie. I'm excited.
Yeah. I like, yeah, I prefer warm weather, but I do love fall. Fall's my favorite season.
Exactly. I always go to LA to do all the Halloween stuff.
They have great stuff there. That's why the Boulets are LA's like
Oh,
the horror capital of the world.
yeah. Are you going to the ball? Do you think you will go?
Um, no, do you want to hear an interesting story about that?
Yeah. What's the interesting story?
Okay, this happened last year. So I was supposed to be in not the ball, but there was a thing they were doing called the house party, the Halloween house party.
Hmm.
And it was like supposed to be another type of party like the ball that was happening on Halloween night. Like we were booked with the Boulets on Halloween night, and Auntie Heroine was booked, and Vivi was booked. And the very last minute, Kelly Clarkson called the Boulets and was like, "Hey, do you want to be on my show?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, we do." And then our gig got like
Canceled.
canceled basically because because of some other reasons, and later I find out, oh, Kelly Clarkson, yeah,
Yeah.
filmed that same day. So every time I hear the boo ball, I just think of the Kelly Clarkson, and the Kill Bill sirens go off in my head.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think I'll be attending. I don't have beef with anyone. I just like to tell stories that are true.
Oh no. Like, hey, I would have done the same thing if Kelly Clarkson was like, "Hey, do you want to come? Do you want to come be on my show?"
Whatever. Kelly Clarkson over Scylla? Are you serious? You'd rather be booked with Kelly Clarkson over
Hey,
the Emmy-nominated Scylla?
hey, that's the Boulets, not me, but
Well, I was looking forward to seeing the Boulets because I you don't really get to talk to them on the show. Like
Mhm.
I know more about what they think of me because I listen to their podcast than I ever did because I've seen them in person.
That's
And it's just because
interesting.
you're so busy when you're there. You're so busy working. You work like 14-hour filming days. It's
Mhm.
crazy. You're there from like 8 a.m. to like sometimes 2 a.m. and then you have to wake up the next day and come immediately back.
Mhm.
So you don't get to talk to them a whole lot. And I've said maybe like a sentence or two to like Drac, and I've said barely anything to Swan. So it's nice. I was looking forward to getting a gig with them, and Kelly Clarkson took that away from me. And she's so lame. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, Kelly, like, I get it because that's like their generation too. So they're probably big like Kelly Clarkson fans.
Hmm.
Uh, Oh, I just can't
Yeah.
stand her now. Hate
Well,
her.
she's probably the reason why they didn't remember who you were.
Probably. I want you to just imagine like me at home with like a voodoo doll of Kelly Clarkson, like stabbing it, going like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
Yeah. That we're in an era where anyone can just have a reality like talk show. And
Tell
I
me
don't know.
about it. She
Yeah, Kelly
dresses horribly too. She looks like shit all the time.
get her.
No, she does.
Yeah.
I want her to be a guest judge on Titans, and I want to cuss her out and get kicked
Okay.
off.
Well, yeah, maybe hey, maybe you'll get that chance. I think you should be on Titans. I think it would be kind of sickening.
I think it'd be sickening too. I think I would drive them crazy though. I don't know. They really liked me though. I was a lot of fun, they said. The team there really liked me. Like the producers, I remember, were very like really sad to see me go. So that means a lot to me that like, and even the cast, like I became like good friends with a lot of the people on my cast, and that's something I remember the most from the show is like being so close to Severity and Vivi and Desiree and like so many others. And it feels good to know that like when I left, people were very sad on set because they
Mhm.
didn't get to work with me anymore, and I was like a light in part of these tormenting days.
Yeah. I think the biggest mistake the Boulets made on that season was not having a reunion and not having you guys come back for like
Yeah,
one more episode.
I looking back on it, I think it would have been fun, but at the time, they did send me home early because we didn't weren't staying around for a reunion.
Hmm.
So I did get to fly home like quite quickly after like starting filming. Like I was one of the first people home. And to me that was nice because I would have been driven crazy if I had to stay there with no phone and my thoughts for like 4 more weeks, 5 more weeks.
Oh wow. No,
Like
I think I get
I
that.
was I was chilling at home playing World of Warcraft, hiding from all my friends for like a month. And it was amazing.
Yeah. What would you have worn to like a finale?
Oh, do you want to know my finale looks or like the reunion?
Well, the finale look. I think like that's the big one.
Because my crowning look was just like a kind of a black version of my promo look. The
Oh.
mermaid gown, it was like a black oil slick kind of version of that I've worn before on Instagram. You can see it. It was a reused dress. But my finale looks for my glamour, I was gonna be a Pegasus. So I had like this big horse ass, and I've done a look before where I'm like a half a deer, half person, like a centaur kind of thing. It's like that, but white and like this kind of Pegasus with like wings and shit. That was my glamour. For my filth, I was gonna be like in a filthy pool, and I had a projector that was gonna make it look like I was rain. It was raining, and I had like all these dirty leaves in the pool, and it was supposed to be like rainwater, and I like was drinking rainwater and like splashing around in it.
Hmm.
Because that's what I did for my audition tape for Filth. I went outside while it was raining and I went to the alley where like the rats were around and I like got a cup of rainwater from the alley and drank it.
Oh.
Um, it was just I got sick. Anyway, and my last look though is what did I miss? Horror. I was like a big harpy. Um,
Oh.
so it was, I feel like all the looks I was doing in my finale is a reference to things I've done in my drag before, but it was like elevated. So I've done this bird look that's like a big green bird on my Instagram. And it was basically a red recolor of that, but like even more dramatic, more bloody. And it was supposed to be like a bone eating like vulture. So yeah, all my finale looks are like references to things I've done, just like amped up.
Oh, that's so sick. Do you have these posted on your
Yeah.
Instagram?
Yeah,
Okay.
the Pegasus one is kind of the easy one to find. It's like me as like a deer horse thing. I don't know. It's not too far. I think it was like
Mhm.
January of last year.
Mhm. You know, yeah, I'll have to look into it and like add it. But like looking at your thing right now, your Instagram, you've been kind of dabbling into like this burlesque look, like that I really dig a lot.
Yes. Well, that's
Yeah.
like my new direction. So I like to experiment and try new things. And for a while, I was like all about the hourglass and doing like pads and the corset and the breastplate and like the 6 pairs of tights. And now I'm kind of like, I want to do the opposite. I want to be like naked. So I'm leaning more into like, how can I still give like high drag, but use my natural body and like change my natural body in ways that are going to like in the pursuit of doing like the drag I want to do. So I
Okay.
kind of want to be like this gladiator woman, like I was saying, like Mortal Kombat build, where I just have like really big, thick thighs and like a little waist and like big muscle titties, and I just wear like shit like that.
Hmm. And so, like, since this is a new direction, like, how do you feel like showing so much of your skin, or is that like
I
totally
think,
natural?
well, I'm always like wanting to push my comfort. Like I feel like I need to make myself uncomfortable in order to grow. And that's kind of like the last barrier for me is that I always am so covered up in drag. I'm wearing like big gowns, or I guess the human centipede I was pretty naked. And that was an intentional too choice to be like step out of my comfort zone.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't know, I'm kind of an artist where it's like I want to give myself completely away to my audience. And to me, that means like I should be comfortable with being like 100% naked in front of the world to give myself over because it's so physical. It's like what it doesn't really mean anything, you know?
Hmm.
It's like that Gaga song "Do What You Want with My Body" where she's like, do what you want with my body because who cares? It's just like this physical thing I exist in, but it's not as powerful as like my mind or my thoughts or like, it's not as vulnerable as how I feel in here.
Okay. No, I can. That's a really good way to think about it. Like,
Yeah.
I just really dig it. I love. I'm a proprietor of like the naked body and stuff like that, and like just seeing people like expose themselves in that way, it's so powerful.
Yeah,
Like
and I
it's
think
like.
it's very underrated with drag too. It's like, yes, we see drag queens get naked all the time, but it's like, I don't know. I think that's why it's magical though, is that we feel so comfortable in our skin. Because imagine how we go out to our clubs, like with our asses out and jock straps and shit. And then you
Mhm.
look at like the straight world, it's like when people go out to clubs, like you don't see a lot of people dressing like that. You see like a lot of girls showing off, but like the guys don't really. show themselves off that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
And so it's
you'd
like
beat the shit out of
we
each
have this
other.
like yeah, like we have a level of like freedom that we can go out with like a jock strap or just like a little girly thong, even though you are like masculine looking maybe, and like people don't give a shit,
Hmm.
you know? So there's a lot of freedom to that.
Yeah, I mean, like that's just queer bars. I mean, like I would never wear like my drag outfit in like a straight bar or
Why
anything
not
like that.
though?
Because I don't get the shit beat out of me by a straight man,
Well,
or like flirt with a straight man and just I don't know, hate crime.
that's fair. We don't really have any gay bars in my hometown where I grew up, so that's all the drag that we did was in straight bars.
Interesting. Well, no,
Yeah.
like it was funny because like on New Year's Eve at Queer Bar in Seattle, I made out like I what did I do? Like I was dancing with like a straight person and I was about to make out with him and he was like, "No way, man, I'm straight." And then I just gave him a kiss on the cheek and sent him out. But
Well, at
like
least he was respectful about it, I
yeah,
guess.
well, like you're in a place that says queer bar. You would hope that like, guys are gonna hit on you.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Some people are teasers.
Yeah.
But you could have just been like, "Well, I'm a woman, so what's the issue?"
Yeah,
Just
I got
kidding.
these tits right here.
Yeah,
My big fat titties.
my big fat daughter Mimi.
Big Mimi. What about who's little Mimi?
Little Mimi was eaten by Big Mimi.
Okay, there we go. Um, thank you so much. I'm gonna ask you one more question. I think we touched on it earlier, but like, where do you see yourself in like 5 years?
Mm. With a nice decorated apartment and a killer body and really good drag and
Okay.
probably a cat with my boyfriend. Um, and yeah, I don't know. Hopefully making more money.
I mean, like, yeah, that's the goal for everybody. What did you mean by separate apartment? Do you and your boyfriend don't live with each other?
Oh no, I said decorate apartment, like a nicely
Oh,
decorated apartment.
that's fair.
Because
Okay. I was like,
I spend all of my money on drag. So it's like I've spent all of my money on drag since I was a teenager. I've never got to invest in like what it means to be a person outside of a drag queen. And now
oh,
I feel like it's almost ironic because you think like, oh, you get off Dragula, now you should be like leaning the most into drag. And I'm almost like, well, I completed a goal I've been working towards for the last almost decade. So I want to now explore other things in my life.
mhm.
And I am doing that. Like I don't know. I just want to like decorate my place more and make my home a sanctuary and, get a cat. It sounds
No,
lame, but it's like something I never got to do. So,
no, I think that's great. I mean, like, success for everybody is a little bit different. I mean, you got on the show. I mean, regardless of the fact that like you weren't on it for so long, like it was still a goal accomplished, and you
yeah.
on like in my opinion anyway, you had really good reception
Yeah, I
from
agree. I will
so.
say one more thing too, that with the seeing myself in 5 years is that I feel like I'm so strong in like spontaneity when it comes to performing and just letting myself go and like giving myself over. But what I struggle with is like routine and like precision and like well rehearsed things. So I
Mhm,
want to get more rehearsed and focus on like a more polished, like, if I'm going to perform, it's going to be something that I know like every step to the beat too, instead of winging it as soon as I get on stage. And so
that's
I think
fair.
that's like a big direction too. It's like if I'm only going to perform twice a month, I want to have like showstoppers. And
Hmm.
so I think that's what I focus on. It's like if you come to a show of mine, it might be rare, but it's also going to be like one of the best shows you've ever been to.
I love that. I love that you're trying to think about yourself outside of drag, and like I feel like that's such a healthy relationship with like art in general.
Mhm.
So most people, and like I was one of them specifically, but most people like when it comes to their art, they like to just get so enraptured with it. It like it just encompasses them, and you don't see yourself outside of your art for a little while, and then you start
Yeah.
questioning like,
Well,
who the
and
hell am
that's
I?
Yeah, that's what I felt like my young adulthood. I was like, I'm so proud of Scylla and I love Scylla so much, but like when I wasn't Scylla, I just didn't feel like proud or happy in my skin. And now I'm for the first time ever, I'm like really feeling beautiful outside of Scylla and like
Hmm.
enjoying the way I look and enjoying to go out to look like this. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I'm kind of exploring nightlife for the first time too outside of drag. Like I'm going to bars that don't feature drag, and I've never done that before I was like 24.
Wow.
So every time I went out, it was like, oh, that's Scylla. It was never like, oh, there's like just some guy, you know?
Yeah.
So it's
And
kind of cool. I go to bars now where like no one knows me. And if I go to any drag bar in Chicago, I know at least like five people, which is great. And it's
Mhm.
great to be like well known in my city and like have friends and acquaintances that like I respect and they respect me. But it's also great to just be a stranger and like act like a totally different person.
Sickening. I love that for you. I think that's such an interesting and different perspective because we've had people from Dragula on the show, obviously, and learning about how much they've worked, like that's great. But like hearing how you want to thrive outside of that, like it's such a refreshing like
Yeah.
experience.
And it's like it is different than it used to be. Like these shows don't offer the same level of gigs as they did like even 3 years ago, let alone five, you know?
Hmm.
Like when you get on the show, it is up to you. If you want to work a lot, you have to make yourself work a lot because people are not reaching out to you when you get on the show to book you.
Hmm.
So I don't know. It's what you make of it. And some people like Auntie do make it amazing. Like she is constantly traveling and I assume she loves it and it's like her life now. And I'm like, that sounds exhausting. You
Yeah.
can't do that.
Did you see when she fell down
Yes,
in the
I
pond?
reposted it. I thought it was so funny.
Hmm. Well, because I commented, there was a performance that she said, and it's like, Send it to the Louvre, the Louvre or whatever that
Oh
is."
yeah,
And then I was like, should we send this one to the Louvre or the one where you fell down in the crowd? And she's like, listen. I was like, then if you fall down in Seattle, can you just fall down on me so I can take FMLA?
right. That'll be her last performance too. I think that's really wrap up.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
could just die.
No, I like that whole thing was so funny. I hope it gets circulated. I hope she's okay, but it
Oh,
was
I'm
still
sure
funny.
she's fine. She's fine.
Hmm. Yeah.
She's
Well,
made
so
of robot parts. She's that old, you know.
yeah, robot, robot emotion, robot. She has those mandibles too, like it's almost robotic.
Yes.
Scylla, thank you so much for being on the show. This was so much
Thank
fun.
you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. For those who want to follow you online, where can they find you?
It is at silicone on everything. I pretty much only use Instagram and Blue Sky at this moment, which is Scylla, Kone. And yeah, if you want to play World of Warcraft, message me on Instagram. I'm playing Mists of Pandaria Classic, so you have to play that version of the game. And if you live in Chicago, reach out to me because I have a lot of cool shows coming up in October because of Halloween. So
I love that. You should do like Erica Clash and like do streaming and
I was
drag.
thinking about that. The thing is, the game Warcraft itself is not a popular game on stream because it is so hard to understand to someone who's like never played it.
Hmm.
Just looking at it, so people are not interested in like watching it a lot of the time.
Now who
But
cares?
I am interesting to watch, so
Mhm.
I'm like, well, maybe I can make it work, or maybe I could just play a different game.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you mentioned the Chicago stuff. I'm really excited to see what you have in store.
Thank
Hopefully you
you.
come back to Seattle soon.
Yes, I need
And
to terrorize Fat Mimi, or sorry, Big Mimi.
Big Mimi, Fat Mimi, what's the difference? Well, favorite artist, it looks like Scylla, towards the end of the episode, got disconnected. Unfortunately, she is no longer with us. But it was so much fun getting to talk to Scylla about. Um, oh, she's gonna charge her phone. Well, that's fine. I think we'll end the show right here because like we were just about to end it anyway. But thank you so much for watching. Um, Tune in to the Wayward World Studios for more exciting interviews with the best that queer nightlife has to offer. I'm Thumali, that's Thumali. Am your host and Wayward Artist. Without further ado, it's been real.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hey, I see you. It's
Word.
fine. I think like yeah, that's all right that we cut off there. It was at the end, so I think what the way I'll do it as far as editing is just I just said your phone's dying. Your phone died at the end, and that
So
you were
if
going to
someone
record the
so
after.
professional and her phone died.
Oh no, it's fine. No, I did not say that. No.
No, please do. I think it's funny. I think the trashiness of my character is funny.
Okay. I mean, you're here now. We could start over and like do another app, like
We could start
outro.
the whole interview over.
You want to start over from?